Good morning, children. We have started the chapter Brief Overview of Python. In that, the next topic is data types. So, a data type is every value belongs to a specific type of data in a Python. So, data type identifies the type of data which a variable can hold and the operations that can be performed on those data. So data type is the type of data that can be hold in a that a variable can hold and the operations can be performed on those data. So what is a data type? Data type is the type of the data that a variable can hold. So data types in Python are of 5 types. They are numbers, sequences, sets, none, and mappings. In this, you will learn only sequence, numbers, and mappings. So, the numbers data type is again classified into integer data type, floating point, and complex. Then integer is further divided into Boolean data type. Then sequence data type is again divided into strings, list, tuples. Sequence data type is again divided into strings, list, and tuples. Then the mappings has only one division, they are dictionaries. Mapping has only one division, that is dictionary. So let us see the different types of data types. So the first data type is number data type. So a number data type stores numerical values only. It is further classified into 3 types. They are int, float, and complex. So the integer data type is represented by int. It is called integer numbers. So every value, negative or positive, which do not have a decimal point are classified as integers. You can see in the first column integers -2, -12, -3, 0, 123, 2, 1000, 100, everything is under the data type integer. So all these numbers are of data type integer. So int data type, all the numbers which do not have a decimal point, whether it be a positive number or a negative number, is classified as integer data type. Now if there is a decimal point in the number, then it is classified as floating point numbers. So the data type is float. Float indicates floating point numbers, that is a number that has decimal value inside the number. A decimal number is considered as floating point data type. So a variable, if a variable wants to store floating point number, suppose our salary can be always represented in floating point. If 10,000 and 00 for representing the paise. So these type of numbers are always, average is always represented in floating point because it is the average is always divided by certain value. Then there is a chance of obtaining a decimal value. Such type of numbers, variables, are always represented in floating point data type because the numbers stored in that variable is maybe a decimal value. Then there are another type of new number data type, that is complex numbers. So complex numbers are of the form real value and imaginary value. So you can see 3 plus 4i is a complex number. 2 minus 2i is a complex number. So this, for complex number, there is a real part, that is 3 is a real part and 4i is the imaginary part. So such type of numbers are represented by the data type complex. So in number data type, different types of numbers are represented, such as complex numbers, integers and decimal. So integer numbers are represented by int data type, floating point numbers are represented by float data type, and complex numbers are represented by complex data type. Then there is a subtype of integer data type, that is bool or boolean data type. So boolean data type is a subtype of integer data type. It is a unique data type consisting of two constants, true and false. So a boolean true value is non-zero, that is any non-zero value is represented as true, and boolean false is a value equivalent to 0. So boolean is a subtype of integer data type, and it has two constants, it has two values, true and false. All non-zero values are represented by true and all zeros are represented by false. Variables of simple data types like integer, float, boolean, etc. hold single values. But such variables are not useful to hold multiple data values. We cannot hold large number of values, two or three values in an integer data type of floating or complex. Only a single value can be mm, assigned. But to hold large number of values, we need a data type called sequence. In that, strings, list, tuples and mappings data types can be used for series. Sequences and mappings data type can be used for storing large number of values. So let us see how this sequence data type works. So a Python sequence is an ordered collection of items where each item is indexed by an integer value. Three types of sequence data types in Python are strings, list and tuples. So what are the sequence data types? A sequence is an ordered collection of items where each item is indexed by an integer value. There is an index position in for each item. That item is, there is an index position for each item, and each item is indexed by an integer value. That is, for each value stored in these sequence data type, there is an index position. String is a group of characters. So let us see what is a string data type. String is a group of characters. These characters may be alphabets, digits or special characters including spaces. String values are enclosed either in single quotes or, like you can see, in single quotes a hello is written and in double quotes also hello. Anything written in this single quotes or double quotes is considered as a string. The quotes are not part of the string. They are used to mark the beginning and end of the string for the interpreter. Interpreter will identify that it is a string only if it is enclosed in either single quotes or in double quotes. So we cannot perform numeric operations on strings even if when the string contains numerical values. So let us see some examples of strings. So you can see I have given a string hello friend. So this hello friend is enclosed in single quotes, and another string, any name we can give for a string, a variable. So to indicate that it is a string, we have given the name str1, or you can give name you can give A, any name you can give for a variable. Then str1 equal to hello friend. Next, str2 equal to double quotes 452. Now I have enclosed this 452 inside double quotes. So this 452 is no more a number, it is a string, and we cannot perform any arithmetic operations, any addition or subtraction or any operation on this number, because this number is no more a string, it is no more a integer, it is a string, so we cannot perform any operation. Next, you can see str3 equal to, in single quotes, true, but true is not a boolean data type, because here I have enclosed a true inside a single quote. Now true is a string, so whatever thing enclosed inside a single quote or in double quote is considered as a string. You can see, if we type of str1, then it will return class str, that is, it is of type string. And str2, you can see double quotes 452, then type of str2 will return the data type of that string or anything, data type of that variable, what type of data that variable is storing. So str of type of str2, here class str, that is, it is of type string, it is represented as class str, here str represents string. Then type of str3 will return the data type of str3. So to return the data type of a string, we use the function type. Type function is used to return the data type of a variable. So if we give the data type variable inside the type, will return the data type of that variable. So type of str3 will return the data type of that str3. So str3 here is string because it is enclosed in single quotes. So any value that is enclosed in single quotes or double quotes will be considered as a string. Next data type is list. So list is also a sequence data type. List is a sequence of items separated by commas and are enclosed in square brackets. So anything that is enclosed inside a square bracket is considered as a list. So note that items may be of different data types. In a list, we can store items of different data types. So you can see I have created a list 1. Any name you can give just to identify that it is a list. I have given here the name list 1. So list 1 equal to 5, 3.4, New Delhi. New Delhi is a string. If I didn't give New Delhi inside a single quote or double quote, it will produce error. So you have to give a string inside a double quote or single quote. Then comma 20C. 20 is a integer, but there is there is a character C. So we cannot write it without a single quote or double quote because there is a character also. So we have to write 20C inside double quotes or single quotes, then comma 45. Then these values are enclosed in a square bracket. Then if a value is enclosed in a square bracket, it is considered as a list. So we have created a list. Only list can be created by enclosing values in a square bracket separated by commas. Then to see the data type of list 1, we have to give type of list 1. then it will return the data type of that list 1. So the data type of list 1 is class list. It indicates that the data type, the list 1 is a type of list. List 1 is a list. If I give for a string, if I give list 1, then also no problem. But when we write type of str list 1, it will return class str because the data given inside that variable is a list. So in name, nothing is there in the name. It lies just in the data we have given. Here if I give str1 equal to in square brackets these values, then also if type of str1 will return only class list because it is a list. So anything that enclosed inside a square bracket and values inside it are separated by commas will be considered as a list. So next sequence is tuple. So tuple is a sequence of items separated by commas and items are enclosed in parentheses. So you can see in a list items were enclosed in square brackets, but in tuple items are enclosed in parentheses, that is this braces inside the parentheses. So this is the parenthesis. This thing is the parenthesis, but in list we enclose the items inside a square bracket. So this is unlike list where values are enclosed in brackets, square brackets. Once created, we cannot change items in the tuple. We cannot change the items inside a tuple. Similar to list, items may be of different data types. So in a tuple, the items can be of different data types. So if we write created a tuple, here also any name can be given for, because tuple 1 is just a variable name. I have given here tuple 1 because to identify it is a tuple, easily identify it is a tuple. Anything we can give. We can either give t1, t2 or string 1 or any name we can give. So our data tuple 1 is equal to, we have to create a tuple by enclosing the data inside a parenthesis. So in parenthesis open, then the values 10 comma 20 comma in double quotes apple, because apple is a string, comma 3.4 comma a is also a string. So we have to either write it in single quotes or in double quotes. Any writing in single quotes and double quotes is same. Any way you can write. Then close the bracket. So if the interpreter identifies, when the interpreter executes the statement, then when it encounters a parenthesis, it will identify that the variable is a tuple. So if the next statement type of tuple 1 will return the data type of the variable tuple 1. So the data type of the variable tuple 1 is what? Tuple. So the data type is tuple. So we have learned 3 sequence data types. They are string, list and tuple. In all these data types, the data items, that is 10, 20, apple, 3.4a, all are represented by a index value, that is a position. All the values have a particular position. It is called the index. So in sequence data type, all the values are represented with a position. This all you will study in the later chapters. This is just an introduction to Python. Then next is mapping. So we have in mapping, we have a data type dictionary. Mapping data type is further classified into only dictionary data type. So mapping is an unordered data type in Python. Currently, there is only one standard mapping data type in Python called dictionary. Dictionary in Python holds data items in key value pairs, and items are enclosed in curly brackets. So in dictionary is an unordered data item, that is there is no order for the data. Here you can see in dictionary, first one is fruit, apple, then climate, cloud, but there is no order. If we execute the next time the statement, then the climate cold will be first, or any, there is no particular order for or each execution. The order will change, that is there is no order maintained for dictionaries. There is only one standard mapping data type in Python called dictionary. Dictionary in Python holds data items in key value pairs, and items are enclosed in curly brackets. So we have studied in list, items were enclosed in square brackets. Then in tuple, items were enclosed in parentheses. But in dictionary, items are enclosed in curly brackets. So this is the curly bracket. You can see in front of the fruit, you can see the curly brackets. So in a dictionary, the items are enclosed in curly brackets. So here, the starting and ending, there will be a curly bracket, which indicates that the data is a data, the variables data type is dictionary. So let us see, dictionary has a key and a value pair. So each item in a dictionary, so fruit and apple are a single item. So in, I told in sequence there is an index and value. So in, I told for 10 there is an index 0, 20 the position 1, apple is at position 2, 3.4 is at position 3, a is at position 4. So the index value always starts from 0. Likewise, in string, in list, and in tuple also there is index value. But in dictionary, instead of index, there is a key and a value pair. So here key is the fruit. Instead of index, in dictionary there is a key value pair. So key is fruit and its value is apple. Here index is 0, its value is 10. Index 1, value 20. Index 2, value apple. Index 3, value 3.4. Index 4, value A. Likewise, in dictionary, there is no index. Instead of that, there is a key value pair. So, here fruit is the key and apple is the value. Climate is the key, cold is the value. Price per of kg is the key, 120 is the value. Understood that? So, dictionary permits faster access to data. The key value pairs of dictionary can be accessed using the key. So, this key value pairs can be accessed using the key. So, if we want to access apple, we have to specify the, instead of its index or position, we have to specify its key, that is fruit. So if I write dict in square brackets fruit, the value apple will be returned. So these operations you will study in the later chapters. Just you have to know what is a dictionary in this chapter. The key value pairs of a dictionary can be accessed using the key. The keys are usually of string data type, and their values can be of any type. So these keys, fruit, climate, price, kg, you can see these keys are enclosed in single quotes. So it is a, so these keys are always string data type, and values you can see apple, cold and 120 can be of any data type. So in dictionary, keys can be of string data type and its values can be of any data type. So Keys are usually of string data type and their values can be of any data type. In order to access any value in the dictionary, we have to specify its key in square brackets. If I write dict1 in square bracket fruit, then it will return apple. So here we have created a dictionary dict1 equal to, in brackets, in curly braces, first key value, that is fruit, then in single quotes fruit, then colon apple. So a key value pair is separated by a colon. A key and its value is separated by a colon. Then the next, its corresponding value is also a string in single quotes, comma, the next key value pair, that is climate. Climate is a string, so it is enclosed in single quotes, climate, colon, its corresponding value, that is cold. So it is enclosed in single quotes because it is a string, comma, in single quotes, price kg. It is also a string, so it is enclosed in single quotes, colon, its corresponding value, that is 120. 120 is a numerical data type or int data type because it does not have a decimal point, so it is int data type. So curly bracket close. So when the interpreter executes this statement dict1 equal to, when it encounters a curly bracket, it identifies that the data type of this variable is dictionary data type. And if we print type of dict1, then it will return the data type. Type function will return the data type of that variable which is given as the parameter inside the function. So everything that is given inside a function is called parameter. So type is a function and what is given inside that function? Dict1. Dict1 is the variable. So if anything, if a variable or anything that is given inside a function is called parameter. So here type of dict1, the type function will return the data type of that variable. So it returns class dict, that is this data type is of the function is of the, this variable is of the data type dictionary. So children, let us do few examples based on what we studied now in our PyDroid app. So all of you do try this from home also. Okay children, we have studied about what is data types. Let us do some problems. Just we can see how to find out the data type of a particular value. So first we can start with the number data type. In that first one, integer. So we can write a is equal to 2. A equal to 20 or 200. Then type of let us see what is the type of A. So you can see it returns class int, that is it is of integer data type. So if I write anything, B is equal to minus B equal to minus 3, type of B, it is also integer because all the negative and positive numbers without decimal point are considered as integers. So next, if I write b is equal to any variable, we can take b is equal to 1.5. Then if type of b, I'll write type of it will return class float, that is it is a floating point value. Then next, if I write c equal to true type of c. So what is c equal to true? True is a Boolean value. True and false are Boolean values. So if I write type of c, then it will return class bool, that is it is a Boolean data type. Then next, if I write a is equal to 3 plus 2i. So here in Pydroid, I think there is no, we cannot do this complex numbers 3 plus 4i, and it is not there for you to do also, so no problem. I think you cannot do, so we can try. I think you cannot do Boolean operation in Pydroid. Next, we can do about string data type. So if I write a equal to, in single quotes, hello, and type of a equal to class str, that is it is a string, and anything written inside this will be considered as a string. Let us see a number. If I write a is equal to, in single quotes or in double quotes, same are 200, then type of class str, that is it is a string. Then the next one, list. So for list, I am giving the variable name b. B is equal to, in square brackets, I am giving 1 comma 2 comma 4. Anything you can give. List can have values in any data type. So type of, what is the variable name for list? B. So type of b is equal to, you can see, class list. So anything that is enclosed in square bracket is considered as a list, that is separated by comma also. Then next, c equal to, I will give a, in parenthesis, the same values 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4. Then type of c. So same value I have given in square bracket, then the data type is list. The same value I have given in parenthesis, the data type is tuple. So anything that is written in single parenthesis is considered as a tuple, and anything that is written in square bracket is considered as a list. So if I write, you can see b in square bracket of 0. So I told every value in a list or in a tuple or in a string is indicated by a position. That is called its index. So let us see in B, if I write B in square bracket 0, what is B? B is a list containing values 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I write like this, you can see B of 0, that is in list B, which is in the position 0, 1 is in the position 0. So you can see if I write C square brackets, I wrote 3. So what is in C? C is a tuple. So the values at position 0, 1, at position 2, the value 2, at position 3, the value is 3, and at position 0, value 1, at position 1, value is 2, at position 2, the value is 3, and at position 4, 3, the value is 4. So C of 3 means in tuple C, what value is at position 3? What value is at position 3? 4. So it will return 4. This all you will learn in detail. Let us see one example of dictionary also. So a dictionary, I am giving again name D. D is equal to, we have to use bracket curly braces. So I am using 1. So in a dictionary, what is the key? Key should be always a string. So we have to write in single quotes A colon 1 comma the next key value pair B colon 2. Only 2 values I am giving. Dictionary closed. Then type of, if we are giving any function, the function will have always a parenthesis as its bracket. So it returned class dict because an interpreter will check that when it executes, if it encounters a curly braces, it will understand that it is a dictionary. So like we have given the name of the list and its index, then it returned the what value is stored at that position. Likewise, we can return the value stored in a dictionary by giving the key. So let us see how it we can give. So in D, then in square bracket, we have to provide the key. Key is a string. So we have to give it in single quotes. Then square bracket close. So it returned D is a dictionary. In that, what is the position value at in key B? The value at key B is 2. So it returned 2. So children, all these you do in your mobile phone in Pydroid app, or if you have a laptop, doing that, and I'll give you some homeworks. Do and send the homework.